Simon Deadman is in Chippenham tonight, gauging reaction. Simon.
Janine, this is a prime location for a solar panelled farm. The East has some of the best light in the country, and whilst East Anglia has some of the best agricultural land, the Brecklands isn't the best in our region, and that's why Sonaca wants to build potentially the biggest solar panelled powered plant in the country here.
Could these fields of grass become fields of glass? Miles of solar panels across fields between villages on the Suffolk and Cambridgeshire border. If it gets the government's green light, yes.
The government set a net zero emissions target for 2050. We're going to have to drive 30 to 40 million electric vehicles by 2040. We're going to have to heat our homes, and all of that electricity is going to have to come from renewables. And that is why we need a big scheme like this, because it's in the national interest.
And if we look all the way down here towards Red Lodge and the
area is the size of 1,700 football pitches and is the largest solar farm being considered in Britain.
Sent a shockwave around our local community because the sheer size of the scheme, and everybody thought just how greedy it is, because all our walks were taken up by it. We would literally be living in an industrial-sized solar park. Every daily activity we undertook, whether it's taking the children to school, picking up my grandson, every single day, mile after mile of solar panels.
Most people here are in favour of solar panels, but it is the sheer number planned by the company Sonaca that they are against.
It hasn't consulted anybody in the village. It's just said, bosh, this is what we're doing. So everybody's up in arms straight away. But the thing is, if they come up with a plan that we all agree with, then that's not a problem at all.
Sonaca's plans are public. They say this part of the East is perfect for large-scale solar panels.
As you move towards the Brecklands area, the lands become, the soils become a lot sandier, and that's why we've particularly targeted this area. One of the farmers that works on these fields says that if you take the irrigation away from the fields, then it's like Dubai.
If the UK is to meet its energy needs and zero emissions targets by 2050, from solar alone it would need 100 town-sized solar sites. But to keep a green and pleasant environment, land might need to become black and less pleasant.
Well, tonight there has been a development. One of the landowners has messaged residents in Freckenham saying they apologise for any anxiety that has been caused, and that they've messaged Sonaca tonight saying that they will no longer be part of the scheme. But Janine, I don't think that this means this won't happen. This will be seen as part of the national infrastructure. The decision will be made in Westminster, and indeed there are many other landowners who are offering up their agricultural land. But the big question with solar from residents is, well, why can't they just be put on new build properties? Sonaca's answer is that's a great idea, but it isn't enough. More things like this have to be done as well.
Thank you, Simon.